Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you some manga recommendations with an awesome YouTuber known as TheMaskedMan. We'll be giving you 6 manga recommendations that we think you guys should all go out and try. Big thanks to TheMaskedMan for coming on my channel. It's very great to have him here, and just hope you guys enjoy this video. Anyway, I think that's enough rambling on for now, and we should just get straight into the video. Alright, so my first recommendation that I'm going to give to you guys is Moriarty of the Patriot. If you like Death Note, I think you will absolutely love this manga. Moriarty the Patriot follows the 3 main characters in their efforts to destroy the social class system in the 19th century Britain. The manga boasts very good looking artwork with some awesome character design too. The story is full of mind games and incredible plot twists. After all, this story does involve the great detective Sherlock himself. As said before, if you are interested in Death Note, I almost guarantee that you will enjoy this manga. Anyway, on to my next recommendation. For my second recommendation, I'm going to give you guys Golden Kamuy. Many people say that this manga should be the gateway to seinen manga for many people. The series follows the immortal Sugimoto on his adventures through Hokkaido during the gold rush. This manga has lots of awesome fights, well-drawn food, and very humorous panels. The action in this series is incredible. The amount of detail put into the action panels is ridiculous, with lots of gore involved. If you aren't up for a bit of gore, I wouldn't recommend you choose this series, but if you can stomach it, then this might just be the series for you. My third and final recommendation is going to be Vinland Saga, one of the greatest manga to ever be written. Many people say that this could be thought of as an absolute masterpiece. Nothing about this manga suggests otherwise anyway. From the incredible and highly detailed artwork to the really in-depth and gripping story, there are almost no negatives for anyone who reads this. If you like historical fiction, I would highly recommend you pick this up. The story follows the young Viking Thorfinn and his adventures with a band of Vikings who were responsible for the death of his father. This creates a lot of great moments as there is always something around the corner for the reader. I would highly recommend you all check out this masterpiece of a manga written by Makoto Yukimura. Anyway, these are all my recommendations, and I'm going to pass you off to TheMaskedMan now so you can hear all of his amazing manga recommendations. Just so you know, all his manga recommendations that he's going to be giving you guys are absolute fire, so make sure you watch the rest of the video.
So I was invited on this channel to give you guys 3 recommendations, well, guys and gals, 3 recommendations, and the first one I want to talk about is Tokyo Revengers, one that I've talked about on different occasions before, and I'm very excited because it is getting an anime, and the first episode actually came out. It's kind of a mystery thriller type series where the protagonist has to go back in time in order to fix his life and the life of his friends in the future, and it's beautiful. It's one of the most hyped series I've ever read, and it's also one of the best written shonens I've ever read as well. Hopefully the anime will change this, but I do think it is criminally underappreciated. The protagonist Takemichi is one that I can see a lot of people just looking at a very surface level basis saying, oh, he's a crybaby, therefore he's trash. But if you think that, then you just need to learn how to read. Takemichi is basically the redefining of strength, and even though he isn't physically as strong as all of the other delinquents he hangs out with, he is capable of inspiring people and being kind of a catalyst. He's someone who suffered from loneliness and is now trying to fix his past self so he cannot be as pathetic, and him and the rest of the members of the cast for me are some of my favorite characters in manga, period. The next recommendation I have is one that I'm going to keep pushing and recommending any chance I get to as well, and that's Akumetsu. Akumetsu is another extremely underappreciated series with a protagonist that's a terrorist, a Deadpool, a Punisher, you name it. He basically trolls all of Japan by trying to bring justice to Japan, whether that be through correcting the police force, torturing news media, killing businessmen, government officials, whatever it is. And it's truly a thriller of a series as well. It's one that you really have struggled putting down, and it kind of has a little bit of everything. I'm very surprised that this never got an anime, although since it is kind of anti-establishment and anti-Japanese establishment, that might make a little sense. You can see the kind of warped and flawed perspective the protagonist has, but how he always makes sense of it, which is really, really weird. The Akumetsu really serves more than just a character. He's an entity and a symbol, hence why I ended up changing my own profile picture to the Akumetsu mask. It's just a super cool design for a mask, and it belongs in one of the most, again, underappreciated hidden diamonds of manga. Now, the third and final recommendation I do want to give is a series that I have been reading as of recently, and I do eventually plan on doing a video on it, but I might as well get it out of the way now, and that is The Gray Man. The Gray Man is essentially the Soul Eater Halloween aesthetic with some aspects that might seem familiar in Demon Slayer, for instance, the compassionate protagonist, but done way better. Alan Walker, one of the greatest shonen protagonists, period, and The Gray Man is a phenomenal series altogether. It's one about exorcising essentially Akumas, which would basically be that world version of demons, but yet the world keeps on stacking on top of it and on top of it. It will give you a similar feel to that early 2000s vibe that Fullmetal Alchemist gives. However, if I had to pick between Fullmetal Alchemist and The Gray Man, I might have to go with The Gray Man. It has amazing fights, an amazing mystery with the protagonist and development with him, and just the whole concept in The Gray Man is really, really cool. This is a series that is on hiatus. Tokyo Revengers in the manga is almost finishing, and Akumetsu is fully finished. Just wanted to throw that out there. But yeah, those would be my 3 recommendations, so thank you once again for inviting me on the channel.